Mornings at 7 is about closeness.
Humanity.
Tenacity.
Life.
Aging.
Mornings at 7 is about family.
One word to describe mornings at 7 would be hopes.
I've never been asked to describe a play in one word, but if I had to, if I was forced to, I would say silly.
But if I had to pick one, if I were bound and gagged and beaten, I would say crossroads.
It's a privilege.
It's an utter honor.
It's a great honor to be allowed to do a play with a cast of this stature.
Being part of an ensemble is my favorite thing, and this is a pretty amazing ensemble.
I just feel seriously lucky.
This is a gift from heaven.
And then Julian told me that we're trying to bring people back to off-Broadway, and you would be working with Judith Ivey, Lindsay Krause,
Dan Lauria,
Patty McCormick, Tony Roberts.
And the wonderful Jonathan Rubinstein. Oh my God, he's great.
Jonathan Spivey,
Alma Cuervo and I did our first Broadway show together.
Kerry Saffron,
Tony and Judy and Lindsay and Alma and Patty and Dan and Jonathan. They don't know that I'm a secret stalker fan of theirs, but I am.
great Broadway actors, so I couldn't say no.
It's probably one of the best companies of actors you will see anywhere in New York this season.
Not only actors of extraordinary experience and quality, these are people of quality, people that I dearly love.
All of that experience and all of that camaraderie goes a long way, and it's fun.
Okay, I play Ida Bolton, who's one of 4 sisters.
I play Esther Crampton, and my character is the eldest of us 4 sisters.
I play Cora. She lives with her younger sister, who's a bit of competition.
I play Ari, who's the baby of the 4 sisters, and she kind of acts that way.
And I live a little further away up the hill with David, who really is not fond of my family.
Yes, I play a guy who's been married for a long time, and his wife has 3 sisters who I abhor.
And Cora has a dream, and her dream really is to be closely together with her husband.
I play Thor, who's a little bit of an old lech.
I play Carl Bolton. He lives in the house on that side, and he is married to Ida.
And her husband, who's prone to having spells and is acting up on that very day.
He is at sea. He doesn't know what to do about his son.
I play Homer Bolton. He's 40 years old. He still lives with his parents. He's not a terribly ambitious person.
He lives at home. He's pushing 40, I think.
Homer is bringing his girlfriend, his fiancée, Myrtle, home to meet his parents and the whole family, and chaos ensues.
I play Myrtle Brown, and Myrtle Brown is an optimist and is relentlessly positive and just wants Homer to marry her because it's been 12 years.
It's an incredibly dysfunctional family, and I think I appreciate it because it reminds the audience that everyone's family is a dysfunctional family.
Family is so important.
I don't think there's anything more important, really. We're all formed by our families.
I think family is important because they're who we supposedly get to go back to, who love us unconditionally.
The family is the unit where I guess most of us, not all of us for sure, but most of us might feel the safest.
Family is who we start with and who we end with.
It always has been important, always will be important, but probably more so now since COVID.
I think we've all come to realize with COVID and being, not able to do the things we did without even thinking that we had the privilege to do them, has really awakened a lot of us to the fact that who's important, what's closest to our hearts, and that time is fleeting.
And sometimes we're estranged from them, and sometimes we're grateful to them.
They're the people that are going to be with you no matter what, even if you don't want them.
Family is important because you can't escape them.
No matter what, even if you don't want them. You'll have that continuity from birth to death, and I think that that closeness is irreplaceable.
The family is, and always has been, a source of comfort, safety, protection.
The one upside of COVID is that families got together. And now that we're starting to go out, I think the theater is a place where families can continue to be together.
Well, in this family, people have dreams. And people are expressing the great longings of their life. And really, it's in family where that all gets revealed and opened up and ultimately healed.
It's at the end of the day, really all we have.
Performing live has always been a way of coming together.
There is nothing like being in the presence of a human being who is acting out, ritualizing something that we are all feeling, going through, looking for answers about.
That theater preceded religion, and it did historically, because it was a chance for people to try and figure out why there were droughts and why there was death and why there was injustice in the world and what it was all about.
It's necessary. It brings people together.
Live theater is so important right now because, oh God, we've missed it. We've tried to do so many things on Zoom.
I cannot do another Zoom reading.
To be able to do it with an audience, either being in the audience or for an audience, is an entirely different thing. It's the electricity of experiencing something and knowing that other people are in the same room.
It is an exchange between an audience and the artists. And the audiences can be just as artistic as the artists.
I mean, I do television and movies. I'm very grateful for the money. Thank you, Lord. But I need to be able to go all the way through something without somebody yelling cut, or working with actors who do one line at a time.
There's something about getting up in front of other people and either just speaking or putting on some kind of a performance.
What is better than being in a room with other humans and laughing at the same time with them?
I hope people realize that their presence at live theater is the thing that'll keep it going.
Having theater back, truly, it's like being reawakened.
To be in communion with that real person, there's nothing better than that. I'm so happy to be back.
Homecoming is the word that comes to mind.
Oh, I couldn't wait to get back on stage. You know, I'm a theater rat.
It's a gift to return to the theater, which is not something I had thought would happen again. And to be in an important play in my hometown, New York City, with a great cast, is something I could only have wished for and had stopped wishing for because I didn't think it would happen.
Mornings at 7 is one of my favorite plays. It was on my bucket list, so I feel very grateful that I'm getting to actually fulfill that.
For me personally, to return to the theater is exciting and surreal.
Is surreal. The fact that it's even happening is crazy. I wake up every morning and think, am I really in New York doing a play? You know, my last time was The Bad Seed as Rhoda, and many years ago. And so I kind of felt like, oh, this is almost like bookends, you know, to be this age and be back again.
So I'm very blessed in my mind to have this experience at this point in my life, and I'm thrilled to be able to contribute to some kind of communal understanding of life.
The utter joy and relief that it can be done.
Especially right now in the world, the theater is a place of warmth, of life, of learning.
It's a great time to be standing on a stage in New York, just as all the theaters open back up. I'm blessed to be part of it.
The number one reason why people should see Mornings at 7 is because they'll be entertained beyond their wildest dreams. It's filled with laughter.
They will have a good laugh.
They will find themselves and their thoughts and their relationships in this play, no matter who they are.
Mornings at 7 is one of the great American plays.
This is a great playwright, not just a good playwright, but a great playwright.
This is a wonderful playwright. He really captured the world.
I think going to a bad performance or a bad play is a terrible night. But going to a good play, a well-acted, well-directed, great storyline, is probably the greatest experience you can have, and it'll last with you for the rest of your life. And I think this play is the latter.
If you're thinking about coming to see the show, but you haven't ventured out of the house yet, and you're not sure about a live event, I can tell you we have been putting together the safest production possible so you can come and feel comfortable and laugh with all of us and have a wonderful time at the theater.
I think that Mornings at 7 is a truly joyous and healing play, and it will make you feel, it will make you know what you've been missing.
Audiences should come see Mornings at 7 because it's a reminder that everyone's family is as hilariously dysfunctional as the family that you're going to see on stage.
This play is beautifully written, contains a great deal of insight about how to be together. It's important now.